Well, hey there, everybody. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to be live with you guys. It is mid afternoon here in Western Pennsylvania. Finally, the sun is shining. Finally, it's a little bit warmer today. And that makes my heart happy because those of you that have followed me for any length of time, you guys know that I do struggle in the winter and my heart belongs on the beach where there are palm trees and sun on my face. But nevertheless, here we are. We're in Western PA. Why am I going live right now? Well, I am going live because I want to talk to you a little bit about being a finisher. And I talked about this the other day, but I want to speak to those of you and I want you to just interact with me. So drop it in the comments if you're on live, just kind of give me a wave. Let me know that you're here. Also tell me where you are listening in from right now. Would love to hear from you guys. I feel like it's super close. So I'm going to take a step back because I'm actually trying something different in the way that I stream today. But one of the things that I think is so incredibly important as business owners, as those of you maybe that are out there right now, and you are working so hard to maybe change your health, to improve your nutrition. How many of you are here right now and you're like, I'm trying to eat better, I'm trying to exercise more, I'm trying to maybe you're doing dry January and you're working so hard to show up and get rid of some of the bad habits. Maybe it's snacking at night, or maybe, just maybe, you're here and you're building a business. You're building a network marketing business and you came out of the gate strong in January, right? You decided, draw a line in the sand moment. This is the year, right? This is the year where I am changing it all. I am getting rid of the excuses. I'm not going to procrastinate. I'm not going to be afraid of what other people will think. Like, I am going to go after my big goals, right? How many of you, that's your reality right now? I see you guys in the chat bar. Hi, friends. Hello. From Colorado, super cold. I see some Canadians that are listening in right now. Mississippi. Hi, friends. So good to see you. So we're talking a little bit about just showing up and being disciplined and dedicated in the new year, wanting to make a change, right? How many of you, big changes? Drop it in the comments. What are some of the big changes that you committed to in 2024? Building a business, getting in shape, eating healthier, no late night snacking. Maybe it's getting rid of toxic people in your life and surrounding yourself with really great people, right? Did not start strong, but starting now. I understand that, Crystal. Sometimes that happens to the best of us, for sure. So whatever it is, wherever you are at, here's kind of what's happening right now. Now, I know this personally because I've been in the network marketing industry for 12 years. And here is always what happens is we come out of the gate in January. We create a vision, we set our goals, we organize our desk, and we say, all right, this is it. This is my year. I'm going to get rid of what other people will think. I'm going to get rid of my excuses. I'm going to face my fears head on, and I'm going to make this the year that I create the team, I build the business, I make the 6 figures, right? And so here we are. We show up. We're great the first week of January. We're okay the second week of January, but we start to get tired. And that's what starts to happen. Motivation begins to wear off, and we start to say to ourselves, I'm tired. I've been running hard. I've been doubling down on my invites. I've been doubling down on my social media posts. I've been doubling down on my stories. I've been really good about serving my customers. Anybody feeling this right now? I need an amen. I need to know that you are with me, right? But guess what's happening? It's not happening fast enough. You were expecting that just because you drew a line in the sand and you decided that now was going to be your year to crush all your goals, make this big business transformation, that your inbox was just going to be filling up with people that were ready to sign up with you. Or maybe you expected your social media to transform because you transform, because you are different. You were expecting that new team members were going to be just as excited as you were about your goals, but guess what they're doing? They're doing the good old, I Homer Simpson myself into the bushes, right? And so maybe your team members who raised their hand and said, you can count on me in 2024, are now in the witness protection program. You don't know where they are. You can't find them. They're not responding to texts or DMs or any of the messages. Am I right? And so that's what's starting to happen, is the motivational high that you were on in the new year when you created the resolutions, when you made the vision board, when you came up with the word of the year, right? It's now no longer feeling that way. And so now motivation is gone. The reality is that it's going to take a little bit of work. It might not take a little bit of work, it's going to take a lot of work. And you feel like you've put in so much energy for a teeny tiny little bit of result. Here's what I'm going to tell you right now. That is normal. You are not alone. And what is the differentiator between you in the past and you today is the choice that you make right now. It is the choice to say, wow, this is harder than I thought it was going to be. Or, wow, I really thought people were just going to fall from the sky. They were going to sign up. They were going to join my team. I thought because I showed up with a different energy, it would just magically appear. I was wrong. And I understand that the only way to achieve my vision, my goals, is if I keep going. People may not in the moment, they may not want to join you, but they're watching you. They are inspired by you. And because you continue to show up, maybe they weren't ready in January when you came out of the gate strong, but if you show up with the same energy and the same intensity, January, February, March, April, May, I guarantee by the time you get to July, your business is skyrocketing to the top. Now, the only way that that is going to happen is if right now you recognize what's starting to happen. Are you starting to make excuses? Are you starting to say to yourself, it's not happening fast enough? Are you getting tired? And instead of allowing yourself some space to actually take a rest, you're starting to give up. Have you noticed this week that maybe your invites aren't as strong as they used to be? You're not doing as many. You find yourself distracted by the news feed. You find yourself over here just working with current customers instead of going out and starting new conversations and growing your cold market. How many of you find yourself already not showing up with the energy and intensity you did on January 1st? Friends, we have got to have this pacer mindset. And what I mean by that, the way we show up, create a different kind of year, is we got to pace ourselves. Listen, I'm tired too. It's January 23rd, and I feel like I have ran a marathon every single week since mid-December. But I also understand that I don't have to run that kind of marathon for the rest of my life. I know that right now where I'm at in my business journey, creating the products and the programs that I'm out there creating, I am in a season of running hard. But I also know that I will get to a point where I break that glass ceiling, and I will get to the point where I'm going to do the same amount of work, but it is going to generate 10 times the amount of income. Why? Why do I know that? Because I've done it before. And I will do it again. And I want you to know that if I've done it, you can do it too. So I want you to borrow a little bit of belief from me today. All right. Can we just say that in the comments? If you're paying attention, borrowed belief. I'm borrowing belief from you, Melanie. Got it. Amen. I'm noted. I will remember that. I'm borrowing belief from you. I also want you to remember that the compound effect, even though that book was written a really long time ago, The Slight Edge, anybody that has read The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, or The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, right? You guys know those books. Here's the thing. Those books changed my life. Those books were the things that I remembered at the very beginning. I see it. Keep dropping that borrowing belief. Those books are so incredibly important. What you do now, right? You may work for a little bit. I'll never forget Matt saying to me, came into where I was working. It was the storage room of our basement. And he was like, you realize that you work for like 1 cent an hour, Melanie. You are putting all this time into your network marketing business, and you are literally making 1 cent an hour. And I thought to him, yeah, but that 1 cent today, it's going to multiply. And it's going to eventually become hundreds and thousands of dollars, and it is going to change our life. And even though he sort of rolled his eyes at me, I sat there. I wasn't deterred by his comment. I was motivated to prove him wrong. I wanted him to see how the compound effect takes place. And so I got to work. I didn't try to talk him into it or convince an unsupportive spouse in the moment to believe in me. I just put my head down and I got to work. And guess what? That 1 cent turned into $1 an hour, turned into $10 an hour, turned into 20, turned into 50, turned into 100, turned into $1,000 an hour, right? Like it literally, right? It literally just started to catch momentum. But if I would have let that little voice at that time was Matt, or maybe that little voice who is a family member of yours or somebody else, if you let those voices, if you let them poison you with pessimism, it steals your potential away from you. So we have to remember that what we're working towards and the compound effect is going to eventually take place. We also have to understand that getting tired is a reality. I get tired. There comes a point, I'm not an Energizer bunny, even though you might think that I'm always on and I've always got it together, but I rest. I rest because I know that I can't show up 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. That's not realistic. So when I'm looking at my week, I'm batching things. I'm batching my invites. I'm batching my follow-ups. I'm batching my content. I'm doing what I can. But when I feel that I've hit the capacity for the day, I look at my list and I go, what must get done? Let me get it done. Let me get some good quality sleep so that tomorrow I can show up more creative. Tomorrow I can show up and I can really bring some fire when I'm well rested instead of forcing myself to sit there when I'm not feeling it. So we sometimes have to remind ourselves like, hey, it's okay to rest. It's not okay to use it as an excuse not to show up, but it's okay to take a rest. It's okay to take a rest. All right, last 2 points I want to make here. How do we continue to show up and crush our goals this year? I get it. You're starting to get tired. What do? We rest. We don't quit. We understand the value of the compound effect. We're pacing ourselves. And we have to go back to the vision. Got to go back to the vision. How many of you were on the 3-day workshop that I hosted with Katie last week? Anybody that was on the 3-day workshop? Comment below. I want to see if you guys were here. That workshop last week, day 1, we talked about vision. And vision is not something that's fluffy. Your vision, you read that every single day to yourself. When you wake up in the morning and you go into your quiet space, whether it's a corner chair in your living room or it's down in the basement before you go press play on a workout, or it's in your current office all snuggled up with a cup of coffee, you read that vision and you have to close your eyes and the hair on the back of your neck or on your arms should stand up when you read that vision. It should be so crystal clear. I am creating this business so that I can change my life, so that I have a different future tomorrow. I have different opportunities. I have different ways to live. I am providing for my future and my family. I'm living life to the fullest. I'm living life on my own terms. Anytime that you start to feel tired, you go back to your vision. You read it again. You remind yourself that what you are working for is so much bigger than the pain you feel in the moment. And that pain might be, it is painful to reach out and build connections. It is painful to learn how to post on social media. It sometimes doesn't feel good to do follow-ups and get rejected. But guess what? The pain you feel now is so itty bitty versus the pain you're going to feel in the future if you quit and give up. That pain of regret, that stings. That stings hard. I would rather be uncomfortable now. I would rather send the extra invites, do the extra posts, go live here on social media than have the regret of not giving it everything that I had in the future and missing out on a goal. Guys, that should propel you to action. That should propel you to action. We need to visualize what we're working towards. So in these moments where we are today, January 23rd, where we're sort of feeling tired a little bit, it's a good reminder what we're working towards. It's okay. I might be tired now, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. I might be tired now, but when I achieve that goal, I'm going to rest and I am going to celebrate, but I am going to finish strong. The last thing that I want to say is that we aren't in it, right? The way we look at right now, this time, okay, I'm getting a little tired, January 23rd, like I've been working hard, I've been grinding, I've been sending the invites, I've been doing the posts, it's happening. It's not happening that fast. Nothing ever happens as fast as you want it to. That's the reality of it. Goals take longer than we ever thought that we were going to take. All right. Every goal I've ever worked towards, I realized like I got to give myself more time, right? It takes us time to build momentum, long game mentality. You hear us talk about that a lot, especially last week when we did the workshop. We talked about this long game mentality. Success is the long game. It's not about the people that are lucky or get in at the right time. The people that achieve extraordinary success are people that are in it for the long game. And it's not just about sitting here and going, I've been in the business for 12 years. I deserve to have success. No, that's not long game mentality. Long game mentality is I've been in the business for X amount of years. I'm evolving. I'm growing. I'm trying new things. I'm thinking outside of the box. Long game mentality is I'm here. I'm evolving. I'm staying current with the times. I'm trying new things. And I know that over time, I will develop the skills and I will step into this best, very best version of myself that I can be. So friends, as we think about momentum in January, as we think about, okay, how do I sustain this long term? This is what you need to come back to. You're pacing yourself. You're working from that list. You're giving yourself time to rest. You've got a really crystal clear vision that hurts. The thought of not pursuing it hurts so bad that you can't move forward. And we're in it for the long game. You guys, I hope this inspired you today to maybe send a couple of extra invites, to do a few more follow-ups, to maybe not delay that story that you know you need to put up, but you're just kind of tired because it's the end of the day. You need a person like this in your corner that is speaking belief and truth over you every single step of the way. And if you have a big vision for 2024 and you want to accomplish big things, you can't do it alone. You need people surrounding you. You need a mentor in your corner. And I don't know if you've been living under a rock for the past week, but we just announced I opened a service. It's called the Direct Sales Done Right Collective, and it is your home base for all things network marketing to build a 6 and 7 figure network marketing business. It happens inside of the collective. I want you to think about getting fire like this every single week. I want you to think about going into an online portal where you're like, I need help with invites. I need help with mindset. I need help with recruiting. How do I start an email list? And you can search this online portal that has everything that you need. That happens inside of the collective, you guys. That's where it's at. So one place where all of your training happens, that is where you need to be. If you're interested in being a part of that, I want you to drop the word collective right here in the comments. And I'm going to send you some information after we finish this live today. Drop the word collective. We have enrollment. It is literally open until Thursday, the 25th of January at midnight. We are doing an early bird pricing. It's an introductory rate for all of our new founding members that are coming in with us. And you get access to our Direct Sales Done Right planner. You get a copy of the time blocker. You get all of that for free when, or with your purchase, I should say. It's all part of your purchase, shipped right to your house, and you get to work with us for an entire year. Mindset, master classes, expert speakers, all right? Coaching corner. How do I do my social media for network marketers? Literally life-changing. Courses added all the time. You can work through it at your own pace. Actually, we're getting ready to put out this amazing resource in February that helps you plan your content so you know exactly what you're posting when. It's this awesome spreadsheet that we've created for you with content ideas and all kinds of cool stuff. You guys, this is where it's at. This is where it's at. So if you want to be a part of a collective community that is doing big things, that is achieving big goals, that is breaking past that glass ceiling, you have to be a part of the collective. All right. I hope this was super helpful. Again, you can visit the link in my bio. I have it right there. If you want to look at the info about the collective, you can send me a private message. Just DM me the word collective. I'll send you some more information. But you guys, enrollment closes Thursday. You will kick yourself if you don't join this because it is hands down amazing. And the feedback we've gotten already has been incredible. Thanks so much for hanging out with me live today. And I hope to see you guys again soon. All right. Bye, friends. Thanks, everybody.